Welcome back to News 360. It's now time for Mission. It is supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, the UK Aid and the European Union. Let's start off from the northern region where alleged witches at the Patinga witch camp in that region are starving. Now that is not their only worry. Stigma has also made victims uncomfortable. Stanley Niblewu reports the situation needs immediate attention.
For decades, they have been isolated. Northern region has 5 witch camps, and the Gushegu district alone has 2. The Patinga camp has 40 alleged witches. Some live here with their relatives. Having been attacked, humiliated, and stigmatized, they have moved here to seek refuge. Many more are thrown out by the communities, while others have to run for crimes they have not committed.
My child slept and dreamed about me and said I came to her in the night. So that was all. He said I'm going to kill him. So because of that, they drove me away.
Another corroborated their story.
A child died and then we all even went to the funeral. So the following day, the child fathers came to and told my husband that I killed the child.
Before the alleged witches are admitted, rituals to exorcise the spirits in them are performed. This is the caretaker's job.
When you brought your person here, I only charge only small amount like 100 Ghana cedis because you brought her and say she's a witch or she's very bad. So I have to use that of your money and then bath her so that she will become neat and then she will no more be a bad person again.
This, however, does not end stigmatization. The camp is not a good place for school-going children.
If me and my classmate fight, they are insulting me that my parents are witch chiefs. I'm not feeling happy because of that.
For alleged witches, integration is what they look forward to.
My child cannot come back for me unless the community people they decide and tell my son that go and bring your mother. Now we will accept your mother.
About 85% of people who live at the camp are aged and can barely feed themselves.
For the feeding, they are suffering. They don't get food. So we told our district assembly to come to our aid. But after now, they haven't looked upon us.
Hunger is therefore rife. Some have not had food for close to 2 months.
Because of my other colleagues who are staying here, normally when I short of food, they normally provide me some food.
The Gushegu District Chief Executive, Issa Musa, disclosed the assembly will now include the needs of the camp in their plans.
Sometimes we even involve them when we want to do budget listing. We ask them to come, they'll come and we'll listen to them. Yeah, they have been coming here. We sometimes, get some materials, go there and some items and distribute it to them. But maybe because of the word alleged, there are some people who don't even want to go near them.
The assembly, however, wants camps closed. A non-governmental organization, Songtaba, is pushing for alleged witches camps to be closed.
Witchcraft accusation has been with us in the northern region. And sometimes I can say it's like seasonal. Seasonal because with the absence of CSM in the region, we see more accusation. And for me, I would say that it is the belief that when there's a sudden discomfort in a community, and CSM can cause that. And usually when that happens, they are looking for some old woman to accuse.
Executive Director of Songtaba, Lamnatu Adam, wants government to increase policies to safeguard the vulnerable.
It's enshrined in our constitution. All the right violations are there, even though we do not have a particular article in any policy about witchcraft accusation. But then there are issues of assault, there are issues if there's a property damage, there's where, a woman can get redress for it. But then what government has not been able to do is ensuring that at the rural areas, women who are accused are protected. And sometimes the frustration lies in the person who is accused making so much effort to get redress. And yet, if it is a woman, she's already economically vulnerable, to be following up on this police issue.
Stakeholders want the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection to go to the rescue of these alleged witches.
Well, let's move away from the northern region to the Upper East region. Months after Mission reported of inadequate health facilities in the Bongo district of the Upper East region, the District Assembly has almost completed a new health center at Bongo Soin. The facility, which will serve over 1,500 people, will reduce the pressure on the only facility in the area.
Healthcare delivery is difficult in the Bongo district.
The Bongo district is made up of 43 health facilities. We have one district hospital, 36 CHIPS compounds, functioning CHIPS compounds, one private clinic, and 6 health centers.
But this is inadequate, compelling many to engage in self-medication. The bad terrain is also a factor.
In this particular location, we have what we call the Babibsi. These are people who treat people locally. They will not allow people to go to the hospital because of the distance. So they'll take advantage of the distance and detain them here and treat them locally, and sometimes it leads to them losing their lives.
In Bongo Soin, the pressure on the only health facility is a challenge. For over 10 years, residents have asked for a health center. Many letters were written to the assembly.
We also share boundary with Burkina Faso, so there's pressure on that facility. The foreigners come, plus the number of people living in this entire Soin community. So there was the need to put out this facility to augment and release the pressure on that facility.
Mission's advocacy with the assembly yielded positive results. The assembly saw the urgent need to put up a new health facility. Work started and it's almost complete.
From the foundation, we went to the correct depth. The molding of the blocks was well cured. That's why you see the structure like that. So once you have the blocks well cured, the foundation well established, then whatever happens, definitely the structure would follow same.
About 1,500 people in Bongo Soin will not have to travel far to access health care. The assembly says the District Directorate of Health is ready to take over the facility and post personnel here. The Health Directorate is happy services will get to the people. Meanwhile, the District Assembly is poised to expand facilities at the Bongo District Hospital to improve healthcare delivery.
Well, that's it for Mission tonight. Don't forget that it is supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, the UK Aid and the European Union. So we'll move on to the controversy of the Ameri Diowe Issa money, standing by with some insightful interviews.